lightning that killed cows. Elevate News takes a look at the circumstances that led to the death of cows by lightning in two southwest states. About 63 cows have been killed by lightning in the last few months, and this happened in southwest Nigeria. When thunder struck on Saturday night in Ijare community of Ifedore local government area of Ondo State, 36 cows died instantly. 2 weeks after, the lightning killed another 8 cows in Ikare, Akoko North East local government area of Ondo State. Both were attributed to a natural disaster, but some of the Yoruba indigenes of the area said that the herders and their cows had suffered the loss because they had trespassed a sacred land. It was gathered that the herders grazed their cows at Okiowa, a sacred land where only the traditional king can enter. Another 19 cows died at Iba community in Osun State at the weekend, taking the number of the animals killed by lightning to 63. The leader of Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, Magban, described the incident as natural disaster as he debunked the rumor of any fetish agenda by the Yoruba landowners. Lightning occurs in the rainy season, according to elementary science, but when it happens during the dry season, it can be questioned. A thunderstorm in Yoruba land during the dry season is not likely to be a natural disaster, but the wrath of the gods of the thunder, who is known as Shango. The Yorubas can invite the deity of thunder to intercede whenever they lacked the power of their own to fight a war. And this comes through a lot of propitiations and sacrifices. Undoubtedly, the crisis of Esme and their cattle in Nigeria has gone beyond the physical because the federal government has done little to curb the killings between the farmers and the herders. To date, investigation reveals that the cattle have not stopped destroying crops, yet justice is not done. Most farmers who report to the police about their damaged crops hardly get justice. If the lightning is a natural disaster, how come none of the herders died in the 3 incidents but their cows? Does it mean that the lightning was naturally targeted at the cows but not their owners? To me, the lightning goes beyond natural disaster but a man-made occurrence through the invocation of Shango, the gods of thunder himself. I want to believe that there are goats and sheep in those communities where lightning had occurred. How many of the goats died? Perhaps the lightning may douse the tension in the southwest now that the death of any cow cannot be traced to any person but a natural disaster. It has happened in 2 states, Ondo and Osun. May it not continue so that the story will not change. If it goes beyond these 2 states, the police may have to investigate why Shango is angry now. There are those who worship Shango that may need to appease the god of the thunder to stop the storm so that the cows may live. Honestly, I just try to hold my laughter. According to this writer, this article is from Elevate News, and the writer was like asking that if this situation or if this occurrence, if it continues like this, that police will have no choice than to investigate why Shango is angry now. So because maybe that would be the best option if in case it happens. But the writer is like, he prays that it does not happen again, because if this kind of thing happened again, maybe they go and make the gods to explain why they are angry and all of that. And there's this kind of a mixed reactions from people. People are like, oh, it's just a coincidence. Some says, it's a natural disaster. Some people say, oh, it is man-made, that people who could not really do much because these cows or these herders with their cows, they are still destroying a lot of people's business. There's a place that some farmers came out and said, they've lost millions of naira because of these cows encroaching into their farms. All the things that they have planted are waiting for harvest. All of a sudden, these guys will just go. It is a deliberate act, because most of these farms are not really a pathway that most of these herders are always saying, oh, they have a route that they need to be passing. But it's a deliberate act, taking their cows to the farms and eat up people's business, and yet they'll be saying, oh, people put their money in the bank, that their bank is the cow, this and that, this and this. But you are destroying other people's business as well. Because those ones, they have a designated place. Like we always say, they have a designated place. They do their business. They don't encroach on anybody's or infringe on anybody's rights or business. But you guys, because you take your stuff from places to places. Had it been that you have a place of your own that you have already bought, you fenced it, or it's no, it's just meant for you guys, you've bought the place. Of course, there is no way you would have encroached, or you would have even know what is happening, in other man's business, or another man's farms. But because you are moving your business from places to places, that's why they will say clash. Which clash are we talking about? You are the one who will go to the farms and destroy their crops. You are destroying their businesses. So, like, we know that the government has not been able to do much, even if nothing. They've not been able to do much. And just like what Femi was saying, Femi Adesina, that they must accommodate. Even the president said they must accommodate them. Accommodate them in what way? Yes, we need to accommodate people. They need to be accommodated. But you must stay your lane. Because you are coming to a town, doesn't mean that all the people in the town, you have to go into their house to be staying. No, you must go to a place, look for a place, rent a place, check in, and start living. That is what is expected. So the same thing goes to your business as well. But from the indication, or from the comments of the Femi Additional, then, that if you don't accommodate them, that means whatever that happens, that you have to take it. Invariably, that is what it means. That if you cannot accommodate them in what way? Nobody is saying that anybody should not go to another thing. You are very free. The Southwest people can go to the north, go to the south, go to the southwest, southeast, anywhere of their choice, middle belt, you can stay anywhere. But that doesn't mean you just go there and start causing trouble. So because the constitution says you can move anywhere, then you have to inconvenience other people to the extent of destroying their businesses, to the extent of causing them losses in their businesses. It's not going to happen. Nobody's going to open his or her eyes and look at all of those things to happen. Whether the thunderstorm or thunderbolt was a coincidence or was man-made, whatever, the issue is that these guys need to take precaution. They need to do the needful. You cannot be threatening people here and there that you can move anywhere. It's not done. And somebody has suggested that all these governors should try and put law in place. You don't just say, oh, we don't want you, or we are just stopping open grazing of your cattle. Like Benue and Oyo State, they've already taken position. So you can't go there. If you go to that place, if you do anyhow, you see anyhow. Those ones say they are not even thinking of whether they are waiting for thunder to strike them or what, or the lightning to strike them. They are not waiting for all of those things. They've already put their house in order. But over the weekend, we learned that these guys, these Fulani men from Osun State, they started running. They say their lives and their cows, the lives of their cows and they themselves, not safe, that they can't continue staying there. And somebody was asking them, so where are you guys going to? He said, what do you want? Why do you want to know? Are you a rustler? Do you want to know where we are so that you can come and disturb us? So that was just like asking, the journalist was just asking, I just want to know, since you guys are living here, because you never prepared, you never planned to leave, just because that's a thunder struck that day and it killed how many of your cows, and you are running eta. So just like everybody has been saying, majority of people have been saying, oh, it is the handwork of the gods. Since this guy, they don't really want to take correction, they don't want to respect themselves, there's something above that we correct them. Whether it is coincidence or whether it is a man-made, we don't know. That is what we don't know. But a lot of people are like, oh, it is a good thing, it's a welcome development, let the thunder begin to or continue to strike. But the writer said, if this continues, that it might take another dimension. I don't know whether you guys, you think in that direction, whether if it happens again, it might take a new form. To the extent maybe the police might want to investigate. Of course, if they want to investigate, they need to go and meet the gods. If they can speak the language of the gods, good and fine. If the police can speak the language of the gods, or they would tell the people who are worshiping the gods to explain the language of the gods. Of course, if somebody is not interpreting to you, because you might not understand the language of the gods, so maybe the best bet is for the police to have an interaction one-on-one with the gods to know why the gods are hungry in the first place. But it is better for the herdsmen to do the needful and just, stay on their lane. Stay on their lane. Nobody is saying you shouldn't move. You have the right, every right. Every Nigerian has a right to move from pillar to post in as much you are a Nigerian. You are a Nigerian in as much you are within the space of Nigeria. You are very free, but in doing so, you shouldn't, overstep your boundaries. That's just what we are saying. And we have not heard that even the Yorubas in the north, they are misbehaving. We have not heard that the Igbos in the north, they are misbehaving. They are not misbehaving. Everybody is just on his lane, doing their own thing, respecting the law and order of that state. So why is it different from these cattle people, cattle rearer people, these herdsmen, these Fulani herdsmen? Why is it different in their own case? That is where we don't get it. We've not heard that, the Yorubas are causing mayhem in Port Harcourt, they are causing mayhem in Igbo land. We have them in Igbo land, but everybody just on his lane. Why is it that these guys cannot do the same? Why is it that it's every time cattle, herdsmen? That is just the only language you are just hearing here and there. So they need to advise themselves. If they don't advise themselves, if they think if it is a natural whatever, or it is from the gods, the bottom line is that you guys, you are losing your cows, which you can't even hold anybody responsible. Like unless maybe you need to go and ask the gods to explain why they are doing that to you, because a lot of people, it's still really baffling. Some people like, oh, why is it that it's not even affecting the owners of the cows? It is only the cows. Why is it not affecting other livestock like goats and what have you? So guys, I don't know what you think. Leave your comments below and let's learn and hear your own take concerning this. Thank you very much. Bye.